Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I am embarking on a new challenge. Welcome to day 1 of completing an island in 10 days without spending any bells. Slight disclaimer, I do need to spend a small amount of bells, more on that in a moment. Now I know what you're thinking, why 10 days, why not 30 days like everybody else? Well, maybe I don't want to be like everybody else, or maybe I just like to be difficult, who knows? So before we head off to the new island, let's go over a couple of things. Don't go anywhere, it won't take long, I promise. First things first, the rules. The wonderful, wonderful rules. Rule number 1. I cannot spend bells except for the following reasons. Buying the slingshot DIY, buying from Mabel, and buying the last 4 plots. Rule number 2, I can sell items to earn Nook miles. Rule number 3, I can use Nintendo Online but for custom designs only. Rule number 4, there will be no Happy Home Paradise, which won't be an issue because I don't have that on this Switch anyway. Now as for the goals, I only have 2. Complete the island and receive a 5-star rating. Now I do want to clarify that yes, this challenge was done in 10 days, but it was not done in 10 days in a row. One main reason for that is I simply just do not have the time. But let's not put it off any longer. I'm currently on a different Switch and just walking around a Nook Mile Island, so let's get started on our new adventure. Alright, so here we are at the airport, ready to choose an island. I wasn't too fussed to be honest, I just wanted to find an island that had resident services in a decent spot. Because I can't spend any bells, I can't buy any bridges or inclines, so I'm going to have to flatten everything. My goal for day 1 was pretty simple and reasonable, I think. I wanted to get a 3-star rating. I set my birthday to just a day or 2 later so that I could get my 2000 Nook miles. And I made my character look exactly the same as always. I got a really good island on my first go, so off I went. And then I left immediately. I got another good island second time around, and lucky for me, resident services is centered to the airport. I got pears as my native fruit, one of my least favorite. But the starters, oh my god, Goose and Quinn. Have I ever mentioned how much I hate the birds in this game? Side note, I say it all the time, how lucky am I? At least I got a yellow airport. I go and see Tom to get everything sorted. I have to be really careful about where I put the houses because I'm not going to be able to move them. I check out where Quinn and Goose are and then place my house behind resident services. I let Goose place his tent exactly where he was, and then I got Quinn's pot and I placed it just a little bit to the right of where she was. I see Tom and grab the branches and the fruit, and then it is time to get down to business. I need to name the island, and this time I am prepared. I have decided to name the island Clochette, which is French for little bell. A name that I thought was perfect for this island, seeing as I'm only going to be spending a very little amount of bells. Naturally, everybody loves my idea and Tom names me Island Representative. What a surprise. I grab my cot from Tom and then I turn in for the night. I am of course then rudely woken up by Tom screaming at me, which kind of like, the audacity, please. I listen to Tom ramble on and then I get the bill for my moving fees. I get cracking, straight away, doing all the bits and pieces I need to do to earn my 5,000 miles. While I'm going, I also grab a heap of branches for tools and go and see Tom for the DIY workshop. I sell a heap of things to Timmy to earn some Nook miles, and now that I've got some bells, I can buy the slingshot DIY. I check my Nook miles and I'm at 4,200. So I need to go around and do a couple of more things. I catch some bugs and fish for Tom while I'm at it, and pretty soon I'm up to the 5k that I need. I pay my moving fees and I upgrade to a house. I then give Tom the creatures so that I can pick a spot for Blathers. I had a bit of a think about it, but eventually decided to put it on the beach, and I'm not going to be upgrading it. I'm not sure if that's going to affect me getting a 5-star rating or not, but I guess we will find out soon enough. Once that was done, I spent a bit of time hitting my rocks, collecting wood and earning nook miles before I time travelled to the next day. So for the next in-game day, I have a couple of things that I want to get done before I time travel again. I want to try and get through the first few days as quick as possible. The airport is open and Blathers is here, so let's get to it. The first thing I do is go and clean up my house. I need to be careful with my storage because there will be no upgrading. Then it is time to go and see Blathers to get the shovel and vaulting pole DIYs. I head into resident services to see Timmy to trigger the shop task, and then I went around and collected some more building materials. I hit all of the trees that I could get to, and then I used my free Nook Mile ticket from Tom to go to my first mystery island. I only needed 16 more iron nuggets for the shop, and I was hoping to find a cutie on my first island. I did find Bo, but for some reason I left him behind. I don't know why. Anyway, I grabbed some materials, coconuts and flowers, then I headed home. I logged on again a little while later and went to see Timmy to get the plot for the shop. I didn't really know where I wanted to put it because I didn't have any idea on what was happening with the island at that point. So I decided to just put it in a random spot, and then future Beck can deal with that when she gets to it. I needed a spot for flowers, so I cleared an area on the other side of the river opposite my house. I can't buy flowers, so I need to duplicate as many as possible. Watering every day is going to be a pain, but I don't really have a choice. I've been placing any items that I get behind my house. I don't really have much. I spent a little bit of time earning some Nook miles, and then I go to see Gulliver, hoping he will send me something good. Spoiler alert, he doesn't. That was all for that in-game day, so I time travelled to the next day and I collected my 2000 birthday miles, and also Nook's Cranny is now open. I grabbed some cells to shell and then find my DIY before I head off to Nook's to go and meet Mabel. I go around and I hit my rocks and my trees, then I head to resident services to buy a Nook Miles ticket because I want to go to another mystery island to get some more building materials. I was also hoping to find a cute villager, but I didn't. I also grabbed a few more flowers while I was there. I see time to get the bridge DIY so I can get started on the houses. This is the only bridge that I will have, and I'm not going to be able to destroy it, so I need to be very careful about where I place it. I ended up putting it diagonally just near resident services. This way I can maybe waterscape a river or something around it. I go and get all of the plots of Tom, but then I have to try and figure out exactly where I'm going to put them. I have no plans at all for this island, so I just put them in random spots and I guess I'll deal with it on another day. I place plot 1 on the other side of the bridge in a spot where I can kind of have a path leading from the bridge to the house. I place plot 2 a little bit further down near the beach. And then for plot 3, I put that just next to the entrance. I grabbed building materials and my crafting table, and then I just got stuck right into making all of the furniture. I went to let Tom know that I was done because I've decided to just let them autofill, and then I also got my fencing while I was there. Now it's time to see who exactly autofilled these plots. We got Lily. So cute. So cute. Agent S. I can deal with that. Egbert. Another chicken.
Look at all those chickens.
I went and placed all of the fencing before time travelling to the next day. I spent a little bit of time gathering building materials and then I went to see Tom to do the customization workshop. I'm only going to have the 50 kits that he gives me, so I'm going to have to make sure that I use them wisely. Mabel is here for her first visit, so I went and grabbed a couple of things which I then promptly threw into the bin. Now I know I said I wanted to get the island to 3 stars today, but I think that's going to have to wait until tomorrow. I am officially done with the first day of my No Bells Island. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all of that stuff. Leave a comment and let me know how you think I'm going with this challenge, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!